Let's craft some trees using oatmeals and balloons. Yeah, you heard me right. Welcome to another crafty episode. I'm Franky, and today I'm happy to bring you what might be my favorite way to craft trees. Today we're gonna go back to the forest terrain one last time, but it's gonna be worth it, I promise. And if you want to craft an awesome looking encounter, don't forget to subscribe. Let's get crafting. Aside from small balloons, you also want a good set of longs. These small balloons were actually pretty tough to fill. I might have gotten a bit lightheaded. Might have. I don't remember. From what I have learned this year, I think Sculptamold is perfect for what I'm trying to do here. Same material I used for the rot terrain. You want to cover a balloon halfway down. You also want to make sure to make it thick enough to be strong, but not too thick to be too heavy. I was originally gonna hang them to dry them, but I remember that I had this cardboard thing that holds fruit, and it was perfect to hold them. We're gonna be placing this on top of trunks, but we're not actually gonna be gluing the pieces together, so you'll be able to use this as bushes. The visual design came from Legend of Zelda. I'm sure if you played that game, you'll recognize the texture. It was also inspired by a Kickstarter that I backed this year. Not only in design, but in function. The Lost Adventures by Danny from 3D Printed Tabletop. He's an amazing guy, so you guys should show him some love at his channel. I think the design was something Dylan from Critical Crafting came up with, or at least helped. The idea is to 3D print them, but I figure why not craft them, right? Once it dries, you have to do what has to be my favorite step. Pop the balloons. After that, I glue a wooden base on the inside of the tree. This is so that we can have a flat surface for the trunk. I get my bowl of oatmeal and add glue to my tree. I basically grind the leaves into the tree. Make sure to cover the surface with enough glue to get those oatmeals to stick. This almost looks like ice cream. Don't be tempted. It's not. Allow this to dry. Maybe spray some half water and half PVA glue to solidify the oatmeals. After that, I primer it with a black Mod Podge mix. You shouldn't worry about being fragile with this step. This is where I take the opportunity to get rid of any oatmeals that are only halfway glued. For the trunk, I get these plastic cylinders that I get from my job. They come from the printer after the paper is gone. You can use wood, cardboard, anything shaped like a cylinder really. But I had this in hand and I thought I might as well use them. I texture them using hot glue. This is the important part, not the material itself. I then base the tree on one of those bases from another game I got. I also add the oatmeals there to bring it full circle. I go outside and paint the hot glue with a primer black, and return inside to add black Mod Podge mix to the bases with the oats. Painting them is a piece of cake. I wish I would have taken the time to think of some tree puns here. Oh well. Make sure to start with that underpaint. I feel it's one of the most important steps in my painting process and very overlooked. I'm just dry brushing here, nothing fancy. I'm using a forest green acrylic ink. This will be a very strong green, but at the same time, it will also show our underpainting, giving us different hues without us having to put in the work. When painting the brown, make sure to get a good coverage. I personally don't like it when the primer comes through my top layer. When I dry brush a lighter tone on that brown, the darkest spots will look even darker. Remember, you can always use a wash to bring those shadows back. From here, it's just a matter of dry brushing different lighter tones of green to give the illusion that it's a real tree or that it's actually outdoors. Making sure that your brightest highlights are near the top of the tree. This build might have not been very colorful, but I can't wait to make these for different seasons. Can you imagine that? That's gonna be amazing. I might not do a video, but I'll definitely show you guys on Instagram or something like that. Don't forget to follow me. If you like this video, don't forget to check out my forest playlist or my jungle playlist. And if you enjoy what I do here on the channel, don't forget to check my Patreon page. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace! I gotta go to work.